to Simo, the White Death. In the frozen forests of Finland, with temperatures plunging to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, a quiet farmer with a bolt-action rifle was about to become the most feared man in the Finnish army. His name was Simo, but the Russians gave him a darker title, the White Death. In just 95 days of war, this 5'3", 130-pound farmer would rack up 505 confirmed sniper kills, plus upward of 200 additional unconfirmed kills, the deadliest tally in military history. And here's the twist. He did it all with iron sights, not a scope or any optics on his rifle. The Winter War begins November 30th, 1939. Stalin's Soviet Union, fresh from dividing Poland with Hitler, invades Finland. The odds? 1 million Red Army soldiers, 6,000 tanks, 4,000 aircraft. Finland had 300,000 men, almost no tanks, and fewer than 100 outdated planes. The world expected Finland to fall in weeks. Instead, the Soviets ran headlong into a meat grinder and humiliation. This wasn't just about Finland's survival. It was about one man who turned the forest into a killing ground and a straight-up nightmare. Simo, a 34-year-old farmer from Rautjärvi, was about to make the Red Army fear the snow itself. He was like a ghost as he sent 5 to 10 enemy soldiers to their graves each and every day. The man behind the legend. Before the war, Heiha was almost invisible, a quiet dairy farmer known more for hunting than for much talking. But he had two deadly advantages: unmatched marksmanship. He'd trained all his life, winning local shooting competitions, home field knowledge. The Kula forests were his backyard, and he knew every ridge, hollow, and tree line. Simo had been hunting these woods for the past 25 years. What the Soviets didn't realize was that Heiha wasn't just another soldier. He was a hunter who had spent decades in these conditions. The forest wasn't a battlefield to him. It was his hunting ground, and the Soviets had just wandered into it. The sniper's craft. Why iron sights instead of a scope? Simple. In sub-zero cold, scopes fogged up. Sunlight reflecting off glass could give away a sniper's position. Iron sights were faster, more reliable, and deadlier in his hands. Heiha's fieldcraft was terrifyingly efficient. White camouflage that blended into snowdrifts. He kept snow packed in his mouth to hide his breath. Water poured on snow in front of his muzzle so a muzzle blast hitting any powdered snow wouldn't give away his position. Soviet soldiers would be on patrol, and then one would simply fall. No muzzle flash, no warning, just a crack in the air and another body in the snow. To the Red Army, it felt like being hunted by a demon who couldn't be seen. The killing fields. Heiha's hunting ground was the Kola front, rolling forests, frozen rivers, and endless places to hide. His daily ritual was brutal. Rise before dawn, crawl into position, and wait. On an average day, he killed 5 or more. On his best, double digits. The Soviets were desperate. They sent counter-snipers, shelled whole forest sections, even organized squads to hunt him. Nothing worked. By January 1940, Soviet commanders had put a bounty on his head. One farmer had become such a threat that Stalin's army devoted men, bullets, aircraft, and bombs just to stop him. The deadliest day, February 21st, 1940. Temperature, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. That day, Heiha reportedly killed over 20 Soviet soldiers, his deadliest single day. The Soviets feared him like a demon, and the psychological toll was enormous. Soldiers were afraid to move by daylight, but the odds finally caught up with him. Late that day, a Soviet explosive round, whether from a sniper or shrapnel, smashed into Heiha's face, tearing away his jaw and cheek. It should have been the end, and probably would have for most soldiers, but not even an exploding bullet could kill the White Death. The miracle recovery. Finnish comrades pulled what they thought was a corpse from the snow, but Heiha clung to life, unconscious but breathing. He slipped into a coma, and famously awoke on March 13, 1940, the very day Finland signed its peace treaty with the Soviets. Historians debate the coincidence, but the story became legend. Finland's deadliest sniper woke the moment his country no longer needed him. His recovery took months. His face was disfigured for life, but he had survived the Winter War and a wound that should have killed him instantly. The final tally. When the war ended, Heiha's official confirmed sniper kills stood at 505 in just 100 days. That makes him the deadliest sniper in recorded history. Unofficial estimates suggest another 200 kills with his Suomi submachine gun in close combat. Whether 505 or 700 total, the numbers are staggering. One small Finnish farmer may have killed more enemy soldiers in a single season than entire battalions in other wars. The Soviets called him the White Death, and the name fit. Legacy. After the war, Heya returned to his farm. He lived simply, shunned fame, and never bragged about his record. When asked how he did it and became so good at it, he replied,
"Practice and shoot to kill."
He lived to 2002, passing away at 96. He outlived Stalin, outlived the Winter War, and outlived the terror he inspired. Simo Heya's story isn't just about marksmanship, it's about one man's determination, skill, and refusal to break. In 100 days, he proved that the will of a single soldier can change the course of a war. In Finland's frozen forests, a quiet farmer became a legend, and legends never die. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.